Which Android phone is best? I've been testing some Android phones lately. Very briefly, I tried a HTC One X, Google Nexus phone, and Samsung Galaxy S3. And to me, the HTC One X was snappier than the other two. I tried to start apps at the same time on the phones, and when I tried the YouTube app, I click on them at the same time, and on the One X it was instant. The app was loaded instant, but on the other two it takes some very, very short time before the app started. But on the One X the app started instant, and the same with starting other apps like Gmail and the web browser. So to me that was a quite difference from the other two. And but when I swipe between menus and so on, and on the home screen and all that, then maybe there was no bigger difference. But just with starting apps, there was a difference actually between the three phones. And personally, I think the HTC One X feels better in the hand than the other two phones. But of course, only the Nexus phone had a pure Google experience running vanilla Android. And that is what I want when I buy an Android phone. I don't want to have TouchWiz or HTC's Sense UI. I don't like them. None of them. So I want to have a pure Google experience, vanilla Android. And I don't want to have to root my phone or try custom ROMs and so on. I just want a phone out of the box running on pure Google experience. Pure Android. Vanilla Android. Nothing else. I don't get it why not more manufacturers really release their phones with vanilla Android instead of their kind of pointless UIs. I don't get it. For example, HTC are really going bad at the moment. They don't sell much phones. They lose money at the moment. But why not try to sell a phone with vanilla Android that gets updated when a new OS version comes out? No problem for the customer, instead of having all these strange UIs. Much better. And look at this. Sony releases the new Xperia. Sony Xperia SL. Sony Xperia SL. And it will come with ice cream sandwich. I mean, why not the latest Jelly Bean? I don't get it. This is really bad with Android phones. Really, really bad. Okay, I know they must do all their UI shit and so, but why don't wait until all that is finished then? And then release the phone. Why release it with an older operating system when they can release it with the latest Jelly Bean and wait for the release? I don't get it. It's really bad of all the manufacturers doing this. Release a brand new phone with an old operating system. I mean, really bad. So to me, there is only two options, maybe three with a Windows Phone too, but to me, there is only two phones, and that is the iPhone and the Google Nexus phone. Galaxy Nexus. The only two phones. All other are not for me. And I don't like phones with changeable batteries and expansion slots and so on. That's why I think the HTC One X was a really good phone, because it doesn't have all that. Because if you have a exchangeable battery, then you have a backside of the phone that you can take away, and every time you take away the cover, then it gets sloppier, and the build quality is a lot worse on phones that you can do this. A lot worse. I prefer phones that is in one piece with no expansion slots. Those phones are the best. Hopefully the next Google Nexus phone will be made by Asus, the one that did Nexus 7. And I think so. I think Asus will do the next Nexus phone, and it will have the same design as the Nexus 7. Hopefully. I like the design of the Nexus 7. Really good. So I've tried some Android phones, as I said, and it will be really exciting the day I buy an Android phone to try the pure Google experience and compare it to my iPhone and Apple user experience. It will be really interesting to see how good Android is and how productive and creative I can be with an Android phone. It will be really interesting.